Hello, hello. I'd like to welcome our guest, Mr. Scott Stewart, Tim Petternell, and this, as you know, is Jim. Back here we have Sam Campos, our TA class. This is Scott. Scott, this is the DePaul LA quarter. So, whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, yeah. Well, let's see here where to begin. How long do I have?
Oh, these guys will stay out till midnight. Oh, all right. Well, if I can stop you right there. Before we start, I want to give a little background on our guest here, and I'll let you talk in a minute. But being someone who has known Scott for 2 years now, we worked together at CBS. Someone I can call a friend. Scott grew up in Crystal Lake, Illinois, up until he was about 6, after living in Aurora, Illinois, which is 45 minutes to an hour south of there, depending on traffic. But you grew up in Crystal Lake, Illinois, attended Crystal Lake South High School, and graduated from there until you moved out here in Los Angeles and graduated from USC, 3.7 GPA. And now you write feature-length scripts. You've written a little bit for television, which is the industry that you all should be looking to get jobs into, but that's another topic. We'll talk about that later. And I understand that you have a writing partner.
I do. Yep.
And so you guys have been writing some spec scripts for a TV series that you're working on. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your TV series that you're working on? What's it like having a writing partner? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No. My writing partner and I,
Well, yeah, go ahead. I was just gonna say, those of you who took my big picture class know this, but theaters get all the money from popcorn and concessions and candy, the jujubes, and that goes all to the theaters. What I'm saying is the companies, they only get half of the box office receipts. So nowadays, domestically, that's not where the money is. The real money is coming from international markets and the foreign sales model. And just being an independent producer, and my wife works at Sony, so we get some deals there. But being an independent producer, we use the foreign sales model. And do you see that being the path to go now?
Yeah.
Is that...
Yeah. Well, why don't I come back to your question in a little bit, but I'm going to swing back to Jim's, and then I could talk about the box office sales or whatever your question was. Yeah, my writing partner and I, what it's really about is.
Well, actually, what it's about is, sorry to cut you off, I'll let you talk in a minute, I promise. What it's about is just, basically, it's a sitcom about your life, and just the events you experienced growing up, experiences you had working with a family, your wife, just everything that comes with life, and just basically how you grew up. And
yeah, I mean, yeah, you nailed it.
And I always remember the time when you were 7 years old, and you were jumping on the trampoline, and you jumped off and sprained your ankle, and the way your mother, Marcia, reacted to that, she was always a worrywart. And the way she reacted to that was just priceless. And I could see that event and those kind of characters being in your sitcom.
I don't know how you know that.
I'm just wondering if you had any advice for our fellow students out here. We got some aspiring producers and directors. We got some post animators. Jay, you got some below the line. 1 second. Here we are. Advice? I guess just when you write a script, do you option it to, where do you go? You go to places like Sony or where my lovely wife Pam works? Or just, I guess, tell us, what was your first experience of getting a film made? Like the first script?
All right. Yeah. Well, that's actually a funny story. I started writing it in 1998.
March.
What's that?
March 1998.
Yep.
17th? St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's actually right.
Saturday. It was raining.
Could have been. I don't know if
57 degrees. Full moon.
Yeah.
Well, I know we all have questions here we want to ask, so why don't we open it up to questions? Anybody want to start? Wow, tough crowd.
We have a hand in the back.
Yes. Jay, take it away.
Yeah, so regarding CBS, what was exactly your day-to-day duties, working under Jim?
Well, no, that's actually a good question. When I was at CBS, what I did was
What I actually wanted to mention was I forgot to mention that Scott is actually in my book, 103 Ways to Get into TV. 102 who did, plus me. Page 47, chapter 3, paragraph 2. You can get it on createspace.com, Amazon, $15, Amazon $13.50, Kindle edition $2.99. If you come to me, I'll give you a discount. 103 ways, fit tips and tricks, $15. But what I really want, what I'm getting at is, and I'm not just saying this, your story out of all of the 103, 102 plus me, Amazon, is really the most inspiring. And I'm not just saying that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, thanks. But back to your question though.
Okay, well, so you're running out of time here. So if anybody has any last questions for Scott, Scott, I want to thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And